Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 15 minutes of stretching out. We're going to start on the floor, then we're going to bring it up to our feet and do a little part of the routine on our feet, and then we're going to go back down to the floor. Okay, so the only thing that you need to do for this is try and be as stress-free as you can, try and get that heart rate as low as you can, and just have a little bit of a relax on your day. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to talk to you too much because you don't want to hear me babble on while you're trying to stretch, but I'm just going to let you know what stretches are coming, and then you just have to copy what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to start on the floor. I'm not going to play any music either, so you can play your own music if you wish to have a little bit of background music, but I'm not going to play any. We're going to start in child's pose, so it's going to come into that position, stretching out, holding that stretch there, reaching your hands as far away from you as you can, just taking some deep breaths in and out. You're then going to come forwards and drop those hips to the floor and stretching out. So always taking some deep breaths in and out. And then back into that child's pose, holding that there. And then coming forwards, dropping those hips down. One more time through, so we're just going to sit back into that child's pose, taking some deep breaths in and out. And then coming forwards. We're then going to stretch out the hip flexors, so anyone with tight hips, this is good for. You're going to put one leg forwards, and you're just going to lean into that leg. We're going to work on the stretch reflex for this exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it there, and then when I say so, you're going to see if you can push it a little bit further forwards. So 3, 2, 1. Pushing it further forwards if you can. If you need to, push into that knee a little bit and you'll feel it on the outside of the glute. Think about those muscles easing off. And then you're just going to sit back into that stretch, holding that there, stretching out the hamstring. And same leg, we're just going to rock forwards into that hip flexor stretch again. See if you can push that stretch that little bit further. And stretching back into that hamstring stretch. All the while taking some deep breaths in and out, letting that heart rate come down. We're just going to stretch across to the other side now. So stretching out that other side. The leg goes forwards. We're going to stretch forwards into that leg. Again, we're going to keep it as it is, stretching as far as you can. Then we're going to push it a little bit further. In 3, 2, 1. See if you can go a little bit further forwards. And sitting back into that hamstring stretch, holding that there. Just loosening off the legs. And again, coming forward, stretching that there. And back again, stretching out the hamstring. Final time, you're going to come forwards. And then you're going to drop So holding onto the floor, you're going to drop that leg through and lean forwards into over the front of your leg. Sorry, stretching that out. And we're just going to rock back onto going on all fours, bringing that other leg through, and same thing again, just stretching down, feel those legs loosen off. You're then going to swivel round so that that leg that you were just stretching is stretched outwards in front of you. You're then going to bring the other leg over the top, like so. So you've got one stretch forward, one over the top. Then you're going to bring the other side of the knee that's swiveled over across to the knee and push to the side. And exactly the same thing on the other side. So you're going to drop that leg down so it's straight. And then this one that was straight goes over the top. And then you're just going to pull on that leg. And then you're going to bring them both to the side, like so. Sitting as upright as you can, so you're not slouching down as you're doing it. Sitting upright, you're going to lean towards one side as far as you can. And then you're just going to hold your head down if you can as well. And you're just going to come back to centre, maintaining that good posture before you move over to the other side. Stretching over to the other side, holding that head down towards the other side if you can. Reaching as far as you can. Don't worry if you can't touch your toes. I'd rather you to not touch your toes and not have your leg bent all the way up. So you're trying to keep the back of your leg on the floor. Back to centre, maintaining that good posture, so upright as you can. You're then going to bring the hand across and stretch to the side. And changing sides to the other side. So back to centre, again maintaining that good posture before you move across to the other side. And then we're just going to stretch out the upper back. So again, as upright as you can. And then we're just going to grab onto the side of our head and stretch to the side. So your leg's going to move in front and you're going to stretch to the side, holding onto your head like that. And switch across the other side, holding that there. We're then going to come up to our feet, so onto your feet. We're going to do a calf stretch, so one foot in front, putting that foot at the back, plant it down on the floor, stretch it out. Holding that there. Take some deep breaths in and out. And we're just going to switch across to the other side now, holding that there. And we're going to bring it into a quad stretch. So quad stretch now. So push those hips forwards, feel it down the front of the thigh. And switching legs to the other side, holding that there. And then taking a stretch out to the side. And switching across to the other side. Touching the floor, rolling up to the top, so your head comes up last to the top. Then we're going to bring the shoulder across and stretch out to the side. So bring the arm across and stretching out the shoulders. And switching sides to the other side, holding that there. Into triceps. So tricep stretch, you're going to bring the hand behind your back and push down onto the elbow, holding that there. And switching across to the other side. From this position, what you're then going to do is you're going to roll the body downwards, walking down into a plank. And then you're going to drop those hips down and back into that stretch that we did right at the start. And then into that child's pose position, coming back into that child's pose. You're then going to roll over on your back, and you're going to hug your knees in to your chest and just rock back and forth. It might feel a bit weird, but it's good for the back. And then we're going to rotate through from there into our child's pose position. So you're going to rotate round into the child's pose position. Holding that there. And same again, so you're going to tilt slightly forwards, you're going to roll down onto your backs, probably more gracefully than I did, hugging into the legs, rocking back and forth. And then rolling round to the side so that your hips are down into a cobra position before lifting yourself back into that child's pose. One more repetition of this. So bringing the hips forwards, rolling down onto your back, rocking back and forth with those legs. And rolling round into the cobra position before coming back into the child's pose. We're going to stay here, so we're going to stay on the child's pose for a whole minute, just to give you a chance to have a think about how much looser you feel, how much more your heart rate's gone down, how well you've done to get your morning off to a good start with exercise. Think about what you want to achieve for the rest of the day. Maybe you want to think about the rest of the week. Maybe you don't want to think about the rest of the week, and I just ruined it for you. So deep breaths in and out. Whatever you want to think about now, I'm going to shut up in a sec, and we've got another 30 seconds here. and rest. Good. Thank you for joining me for the stretch. Let me know how you found it.